Okay, we're back. Okay, here we are. I'm going to be doing a foundation test review because of the fact that I caved to one of those little, like adult Facebook ads. Look, it's 6 a.m. I just woke up. I'm very groggy. Very groggy. It's the Cover FX foundations, okay? So there was the cream foundation that popped up on my timeline. And of course, me being me, I was like, you know what? Let me test it out. Let me order it. It might be a fluke. It might not be a fluke. So I got the cream one and I got the normal liquid foundation. But I've never done a cream foundation, so I'm really wanting to use this one. I don't see a I thought I had an applicator. I might have just tossed it. Give me a second. Me being me, I just threw it. And here it is. Here's the applicator. Your usual sponge. Little sponge. Little dollar looking sponge. I don't know how these work. I don't know if that'll be my shade. It looks too light. In the picture, it looks like it would be the right shade. So if I go in and I just, like that, wipe it on. I have to take the film off the mirror in here. It's a cute little compact plastic. Nothing fancy. I did get my nails done again. This time they're like claws. Got some plain black stiletto nails. They do get into stuff, as you can tell. I'm not gonna waste my foundation, put it on my face. Oh, it looks like a good match. I'm not gonna use that. That's not working out for me. I'm not liking that sponge. Let me go for a brush. Let me go for this firmer brush right here. This brush right here. My Cosmetics with the next Cosmetics. Let me try to take any excess foundation that I might have left over off of it. I don't think I have anything else that might be as firm as this. So, ooh, I might have picked up too much now. Oops, yep. Hopefully that's enough for the whole face, because that's a lot of foundation though. So that's a lot lighter than I thought it'd be. Like, from the image that I saw online to what's on my face now. Definitely a lot lighter. It looked a lot more tan. This is supposed to be M2. Total Cover Foundation Cream. And a lot of people might be like, you're not using it like you're supposed to. I'm an everyday person. I get it. There might be instructions on this, but the ad didn't show me any instructions. And the lady did a really good presentation of it, and she just put it on her face. I'm gonna have to go back and order a darker shade because the M2 is definitely not as tan and dark as I needed it to be, because it's, what I saw was definitely darker than this online. So that's not working. I don't like that. I'm very streaky. Very streaky. So we're gonna go in with our sponge. Let's try a sponge. We're gonna pat. I think the sponge is the way to go. I said that, but now it's lifting in certain areas. So yeah, the sponge is definitely the way to go. Much more even application, easier to control. Definitely full coverage. Very full coverage. It doesn't feel heavy at all. Okay, so much better application this way. Starting to being able to even out that mess that I started on my face. Okay, yeah, that looks a lot better. Much better. I'm liking how it looks on my pores. It's a lot more blurry than it usually is. They're not as pronounced, so I like that. My phone might think differently because doesn't I have noticed since we have that smart correct sharpen thing on the camera features, it tends to enhance things once it's up close. So far this, I'm happy with this. I like this. Nice flat. Even base to work with. Canceled out any darkness. You can still see my little freckle right there. So it might not be that full coverage. Can you make it more full coverage? Maybe. I like my freckle though, so. But if you wanted to make it full coverage, just find out. I'm going in there and just dipping a little bit. Nope. No ma'am, no sir, no siree, no. So no, not super high coverage on this. It's just, so medium to full. I say too full just because of the fact that if you don't have any dark spots like a mole, you'll be covering redness, you'll be evening out tone, you'll be a good nice base. But if you have anything that maybe scarring or anything like that, that will probably show through. So all in all, is this full coverage? No, it is not. No, it is not high full coverage, okay? It will be considered full coverage if you had no scars, no moles, no anything that you would want to get rid of for the day. So high medium coverage? Can we call it that? Is that a thing? High medium? Because I do like this base. It looks nice, smooth. Does not hide freckles. Does say total cover foundation, but it's not. I will tell you the truth. So I'm gonna put the rest of my face on top of this. We are gonna see how it plays with the rest of my makeup. We're gonna do some contour with the e.l.f. Glow contour wand here. I am starting to see like a bit of like texture going on. I don't know if it's texture. I'm just not used to seeing it sit like that. So I guess because it is a cream foundation, patting it on is not gonna work. I have to go back in and try their normal little sponge. This is weird. This is definitely odd. They did have a brush that they were marketing to sell with it. I really don't like the idea of having to buy a brush just to be able to use your product. Sorry, FX, that is not like I'm okay with investing in good foundation and good blush and good, but I want my brush, any brush that I have on hand or in my vicinity, basically any of these over here, to work. But if you give me a foundation, like I said, any of the brushes I already have on hand, I want to work with it. I don't want to have to go out and buy your specific brush for your specific foundation and your specific primer to make it work or for it to work. I already want one of my primers at home, or one of those that are easily available, readily on hand at a pharmacy or Walmart, or you know, if I have to go to Dollar Tree and get a primer there all of a sudden, I want that to be able to work for me. Anyone else feel me? Like, I want that to be a thing. No, yeah, it's already starting to, you see that? Yeah, no, that's not. I'm not here for that. I'm not here for that. Do I have to set this foundation? So, adding more to try to, because I went in, you know, thinking, hey, let me see if I can get some of that weird little buildup that I'm starting to notice to go away. And it just wiped off. And now it is clinging, coming off of my nose. So this foundation is a no-go. I'm definitely gonna ask for a refund on this. It started off beautifully, but now it's starting to like clump. Look, it's starting to separate. It's doing something weird. Not happy. Not happy right now. Have this other one. This other brush. I'm gonna try to like send it back, and they're gonna be like, but you use so much as it, because I tried to make it work. No, do not look at that. So do not recommend this. I'm about to take this off because I cannot go out and about like this. I really don't know what happened. It looks like on the forehead we're good. But if you put anything else on it or start moving, it looks like it's starting to really peel. I'm trying to figure out how that girl in the video or the lady in the video made it work for her. Because she went in with a brush and it was a dense brush. And I'm like, so why is it not working for me? You know what I mean? Like, what am I doing wrong? See, now I feel like I'm adding too much product. It's just not going to work now. It's not. So if you needed to touch up your foundation, this would be a no-go. Because then you would disturb any of the other product that's already there. So pause. Let me go back. The cream foundation is just not where it's at. Let me try the other one. Okay, now here we go. I probably revisit that cream foundation once I'm not so let down and upset about it. Where did I put the other one? I'm just gonna try right here. So we're gonna try the liquid foundation of it now. So it's also, you know, the Power Play foundation. This one's a bit different. Just gonna put it on there like that. Also supposed to be, you know, good coverage, full coverage. I've seen other people use it. This one was said to be more full coverage than the cream foundation, which I don't understand. This is what happens when you fall for those Facebook ads. And then they do that fake, you know, oh, it's on sale, I'll buy it now, and it's not actually on sale. It's like they hike up the price and they usually would be on sale. I personally don't hold them against that. A lot of companies do that, especially ones that are, you know, trying to start off or trying to get back on the market. You do what you gotta do. Definitely not the right foundation shade, so when you order online for these, take it with a grain of salt. Or 10 grains of salt, because this is way off. And it looked much tanner on mine. If I had my other phone, I'd show you how tan it looked online. Because this is M2. Shake well before use. But we're working with it. Hopefully with the bronzing, contouring, the blush, all my 500 other steps, it'll work out. But also, with me wiping the other foundation off, it made my skin kind of red. So it's not as full coverage as I want it to be. And I've already used quite a bit. It's very liquidy. Maybe no more liquidy than the usual. I think the ColourPop ones are actually runnier. Will be the correct word to describe that one. Also, the fact that it's not the right shade is coming into play here. I'm having to use more to make sure I have no blank spots or anything. That it's definitely even coverage everywhere. Okay, so it looks nice. It looks smooth. So had I gotten the right shade, I think I'd be very happy with this. Yeah, this one's more up my alley. Maybe I don't know how to use cream foundations, but even with its sponge, it wasn't doing what I wanted it to. Maybe it sets too fast. We'll revisit. I will revisit and give you a heads up, or because we're just everyday people. Everyday people. Around the nose is always an issue. But I like this so far. No clinging spots, even layout, helping blur some of these pores because they look really huge some days, and that's an issue to me. I don't like it looking like that. Let's see if it sits well for a second while I do the rest of my face, you know, the contouring, the bronzing, things like that. Ah! It's agitating my nose, which is definitely a first. Ooh. Get the nose contour on, get the cheek contour on. This is the e.l.f. contouring one, by the way. I don't want too much of my chin. It's gonna be snatched today. It's playing well. Trying to carve out a jewel line. I have a big mirror behind this right here. If you're wondering, I got a little mirror in my hand. And I'm also looking in the camera. Trying to make sure I'm getting all of this correctly. And blend it in. Okay, so we have this. We have this going on. And it did not lift any of the foundation. It blended in beautifully right into it. So I'm very happy with this. This foundation is going a lot better than that cream foundation. I would definitely have to revisit that. I will, I guess, try to use this thing with it. I don't know. I don't know yet. We'll figure it out though. So now I'm going to use this other one. I wanted to use the cream foundation because I've been moving into a lot of cream stuff lately. But that's for a different day. We're going to do this. Now we're going to bronze up the rest of the face. And now this is definitely the right shade for bronzing now because of the fact that how light this foundation actually turned out to be. So like I said, if you're ordering it online, which I think you have to now, because I remember seeing it before in like Ulta and Sephora, but they're no longer in Ulta or Sephora, so now you're having to order it online, and it's just not so easy to shade match online. So you can tell, because I am definitely not that light, that fair. But today, I guess I might have to be. Just gonna add in some of my shade in there, though. So even with all that rubbing, all that that I just did, foundation's still in place. Nothing's clumping. Everything's looking good. Now we're gonna go with some highlight. Not highlight, what is this? Blush. Oh my goodness. Why did I say highlight? Why did I say highlight? That one is the ColourPop Dewy cheek blush. This one's the Profusion liquid blush. I'm just doing liquid right now. I'm trying to get my foundation done. I'm trying to get my base done so we can get going. Where are we going? Who knows? Probably nowhere. I just randomly woke up at 6 a.m. It was like, up time to start my day. Very light. Now adding a liquid. Let's see how it fares with that. Nice. Wonderful. Didn't lift. Again. Beautiful blend. Did not lift. Beautiful. I'm loving this. This foundation is working for me a lot better. If you're an everyday person, how did you conquer cream foundation? Because I obviously am not doing it right. And I'm going to put in, I don't even think I need the concealer to highlight my face right now because of the fact that the shade is so light on me already. We'll go for it though, because this has got like a little yellow undertone to it. So we'll see how this one goes. Oh, and I didn't put it in though. Is it creasing? It is. It is creasing. I'm under my eyes. I am extremely tired though. Don't know why. Don't know why I'm so tired. I'm just at that age. You know when you're like, I can feel the cold in my bones when you're talking to your grandparents or your parents, and it's like when my joints hurt. That was me yesterday. My legs really hurt. Like they were aching. I almost couldn't get to sleep. I also went outside barefoot though. Old wives tells you, you go outside barefoot's gonna cause you pain. No, it's not. Yes, it did. It did. It hurt me. It's blending up beautifully. And that was the Jeffree Star concealer. I got it for free in one box, and I've been using it ever since I got it. I mean, it works as a good shade. It does cancel out a lot of that darkness. It helped with some of that creasing right there. I'm gonna have creasing. I've accepted it. I've just got so much baggage. I'm just tired. I do a lot, so let people know. Yes, I'm tired. I'd have those wrinkles anyway, you guys. Foundation or no foundation, I'd have it. So I can live with those. But everything else is looking wonderfully, helping my complexion even it out. Look at that. It all came together. And it's playing beautifully with every other product. Like, I have not had an issue yet. It's not peeling away. It's not moving even with all of this disturbance I'm putting in with all these brushes. Like, see on the nose? It didn't do any pulling up or anything. None of that weird crinkly thing that the other foundation did. Separating. Didn't do any of that. Let's go in with a little bit of powder, though. Let's see how that goes. It will darken a little bit because this powder is darker. I'm trying to even it out. And then one issue I've been having with myself here is because I've been using a lot of the cream, not cream. Yeah, I've been using cream, like the bronzers and stuff. And I've been using the liquid blushes, and things like that. And one of the issues I'm running into for myself is the fact that I'm like, okay, I used the cream foundation, I used the cream bronzer, I used a liquid blush, and now I'm having to set it with powder, and I'm having to go in with another red blush. Because otherwise it's been disappearing, right? Now maybe that's when the translucent powder comes into play, but then it lightens the red that I just put down for my blush and stuff like that. I'm like, that's not really what I wanted. So I was like, what's the point of the liquid blush? I'm just gonna end up putting a powder blush on top of it. Paying for two products to do the same thing one product's supposed to do, in my mind. I don't know. Maybe I don't get it. Maybe I'm not that big of a fanatic of makeup as I thought I was. Crap. I forgot I had this to review. So, overall, the Power Play foundation, liquid foundation, I'm loving that. I definitely recommend that. Give me more time. We'll come back and do a round 2 of this one. Once I've tried it a couple more times, maybe I'll figure out how to get it to work, and then we'll revisit this in a different video. See if I can help you guys also figure out how to get that to work. Otherwise, it might not be for my skin type either. I have somewhat combo skin, mostly normal dry, almost dry skin, but it gets oily here in our usual T-zone areas. But it did not want to play well with me today. But we will revisit. But as for the liquid Power Play foundation, I definitely do recommend that one. It lays down beautifully, has a good amount of coverage, doesn't do any bunching or separating or anything like that, even if you're going to be playing with it relentlessly, adding your other products in. So that means you're able to go back in and touch it up, like what I'm trying to do, because I'm always self-conscious about that spot right there. But yeah, I definitely recommend that one from FX. Yeah, this one's worth the $25-$30 you're gonna pay for it. I do like this one. And we will revisit later on, like I said, with the other one. And I'm about to do a melt review on the new Smoke Sessions 2. So just look forward for that video. But for today, that's it on this one. Nice base, nice everything. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.